Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Team Break Tuesday. Tonight we'll be breaking some boxes of baseball cards, as always. So Team Break Tuesday. I'll let you know what we've got tonight and where it looks like we're going to go and what we'll get into. Here's the spots left. And some of these breaks are close, and if need be, I'll take the remaining spots so that we can make them go. Now, it looks like a lot of people are waiting for Big League and Signature Series. So we have some leftover breaks that are getting close. If you want to grab some spots in these, we have Hanger Box Round 3. I call it 3B because I had a 3A, which was Pick Your Team. This one only has 5 spots left in that one. So we'll definitely be doing that tonight. If I have to take 5 spots or whatever, I'll do that. We also have blasters, a half case of 20 blaster boxes. By the way, the hanger boxes, there's 32 hanger boxes we're opening up. For the blaster boxes, we call this one break B2. That one has 15 spots. That could potentially go tonight as well. The Signature Series, we don't have that, unfortunately, tonight. Bowman Inception is coming on Friday. Big League is coming next week. There's a $1,000 giveaway with Big League if you're the first person to find the Jabs Family Influencer card. The next closest one is the Topps Mixer, which is Jumbo, Hobby, I think Blasters, Hangers all together. That one has 22 spots left. So it looks like these two are most likely to go. I didn't do any Pick Your Team rounds this week. Maybe I should have. People always like those, but I just wanted to kind of move away from 2024 Topps as we get towards some of the other stuff. So I didn't add any. Maybe I should have added a break or two of Pick Your Team, but maybe I'll do that next week. Maybe I'll put together some Pick Your Team rounds for next week. We'll also be back live tomorrow. If you're interested in coming back for tomorrow, we will have a kind of a double upload or double live stream. We'll have Wrap Up Wednesday, where we will be busting open Signature Series in Team Break style, just like this. And we'll also have One Not Wednesday once we get done with that. So double live stream tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and get started unless anybody else wants to grab a spot in the hangers. And it looks like Chris Randall just grabbed a spot. So Chris Randall coming through. He's Mr. Cub. He picked up a spot, so we'll put you on the list. There's 4 spots left in that one right now. We're about ready to randomize the spot. So if anybody else wants to get a spot or two, let me know, and I'll hold off before I randomize it. White Sox Tom is in the house. The mix says Eric is tomorrow, Wrap Up Wednesday, and yeah, it's both. We'll do both. I think, for wrapping up, we're going to be doing the Signature Series. Those breaks aren't significantly long because, honestly, you could probably do a whole case of those in like 20 minutes. So I think that maybe the breaks tomorrow will probably just be maybe about an hour at tops. If you want to get in this one, what are these? I've got a question from Nate Evers. The price on the hanger boxes now, the live stream price, if you wanted to grab a spot there, I think it's $38.99 is the live stream price per team. And if you want to grab a spot in the blasters, those are B2. Let me find it here. The live stream price on that is $40.99. Boxer Bud says, I'll take 2. All right, BWB, go ahead and send over, and we'll get you in there. And then I'll just probably end up whatever's, left over. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. Box War Bud is in it to win it. I'm looking forward to this Saturday evening, Saturday Showdown with Signature Series and Bowman Inception. It's going to be pretty fun. We'll be having both of those in play. Timmy T Times has finally got a 33 Gaudy Lou Gehrig PSA 2 now onto the Ruths. Very nice. Congrats on that. That's pretty awesome. And BWB Box for Bud has just taken 2 spots. So we'll go ahead and change that to 2. 2 spots remaining for hangers. So if anybody wants that, you can send that over. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and randomize those spots now and get this show on the road. A little bit of a later start tonight, as Sophia and I were trying to watch a movie. We didn't get quite through it all. Looks like Nathaniel Evers, just grabbed a spot. There's 1 spot left. I got you down there. So you're in. You're confirmed. There's 1 spot remaining. Chris says, I hope I get the Cubs, Pittsburgh, or even the O's. O's are a good team. So if anybody else wants to get in, grab that last spot. You can do it right now. I'll call this last. I'll just call it open. So whoever pays the last spot and wants it, Robert McGill says he'll take it. Go ahead and send in. And this one is sold out. Robert McGill, I'll put you down. Hey, there she is. Okay, you going to bed?
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye. I'll see you in a little bit. Sophia's going to bed, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Travis says he'll take it, but I think I got Robert down for it. If you want to grab a spot in the blasters, we might force those to go tonight as well. So let's go ahead and get the hanger boxes randomized, and let's get into these 32 hanger boxes. Let's see what we've got here. Chris says, good news, he's talking to somebody. That's good news. It depends on how you're talking to them, I guess. Is this like a romantic interest? If so, that's pretty awesome, man. Let's see what we've got coming up here. Hangers. Are they going to be bangers tonight? Let's see. Here's all the names. We've got all 30 names. We're going to take those and put them there. And then we're going to randomize it and see who's got what. There's 30 total items on the list. And we'll see what we can find in these boxes. Justin Collins has the last team there, which would be the Washington Nationals. I guess the big card we're looking for, we're still looking for that Ohtani super short print. I saw one sold on eBay just recently for $1,000, $965, which is great. Kiwi says, you check your P.O. box. I actually stopped by today since I didn't get home till after midnight last night. It was ridiculous. Literally, we woke up at 7 a.m. yesterday and had a plane leaving at 10 a.m. and it just kept getting delayed and delayed. It got delayed. It was ridiculous, by the way. Let me just tell you. You probably want to know your teams first, and then I'll get into it. But yeah, we got it home after midnight. And so I didn't get much sleep last night. But out in Phoenix, I felt like I was getting like 10, 12 hours of sleep a night. We were sleeping pretty well out there. Going to bed early. Getting up early, but here's what we've got. Diego's got the Arizona Diamondbacks. Brian Shaw has the Atlanta Braves. Chris Balestrini has the Baltimore Orioles. Matthew has the Boston Red Sox. Jack Holland has the Cubs. Jan Christie has the Cincinnati Reds. Timothy Lischke has the Cleveland Guardians. Sierra has the Colorado Rockies. Boxrow Bud has the White Sox. Thomas Hope has Detroit. Jacob Scott has Houston. Dan Schultz has Kansas City. Cars Are Us has the Angels. Nathaniel Evers has the Dodgers. Brian Wergel has the Miami Marlins. Jason has the Brewers. Perceived Powers. Power Sports has the Minnesota Twins. Justin Witt has the Mets. Blank username with the Yankees. Drew Baker with Oakland. William Hamilton with the Philadelphia Phillies. Antonio's got the Pittsburgh Pirates. Jose Suarez has San Diego. Michael Michigan has Seattle. Boxer Bud has the San Francisco Giants. Christopher Randall has St. Louis. Julia has Tampa Bay. Robert has Texas. Perceived Powers has Toronto, and Justin Collins has the Washington Nationals. So that is the lineup for this. What's worse, Frontier or Spirit? I would say Frontier Airlines is worse. You might be thinking, why the heck did you fly Frontier? Well, here's the thing. And this kind of came together near the end, like, not near the end, but like maybe like a week or so before we left. We just decided, kind of going back and forth, where are we going to go this month? And eventually we just decided to go to Phoenix like a week in advance. So flying out of Pittsburgh would have cost $2,000 because there's only one flight going to Phoenix that was direct. And I didn't feel like spending, I don't know, like 12 hours between like round trips and all that crap. So I found that Frontier out of Cleveland was flying for much, much cheaper. So I was like, Sophia, let's just drive to Cleveland. It's like 3 hours away. We'll just drive to Cleveland. We'll fly out of Cleveland. We'll pay, I don't know, $400 for the plane tickets. Save like $1,600 by doing so. And it's only like a 3-hour drive. So we drove to Cleveland Friday night, flew out Friday night, and everything seemed to be okay. But coming back, they changed our gate literally 6 times. Which, first it was delayed, and then they just kept changing the gate. It started off as F2, and then they made an announcement saying, flight whatever to Cleveland, your new gate is F1, I think it went to. There's Bryce Harper. numbered out of $7.99 for the Phillies. And no joke, they changed it 6 more times over the next 2 hours. They changed it to F9 and then F5 and then F3 and then back to F1 again. Then it got delayed even more because they said, sorry folks, but we can't fit you all on the plane. 17 of you can't go. And I was thinking, what? What is this? They said 17 of you cannot fly with us today because of a weight issue. So I was like, oh crap. So they said, so to determine who's not flying today, we're going to go based on when you checked in to your flight. And I was just thinking, oh great, when did I check in? Because I didn't do it until, honestly, late the night before. Probably like 11 p.m. Mountain Time the night before I checked in, just because I don't really care to check in early. I just let them select the seats anyway. So I was like, Sophia, we might be in danger. We might not get this flight. And then they, I guess to get people off the plane, they offered a $1,000 travel voucher, good for the next 90 days, to anybody that voluntarily stepped aside and gave up their seat. There's Alexis Diaz right there. He's the brother of Edwin Diaz. Did you know that? How about that? 2 all-star pitchers? That's pretty cool. So, man, there was people who were getting denied getting on the plane. This one guy threw an absolute fit because I said, you could tell who wasn't getting on the plane either, because during boarding, it had like this really specific beep, 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 beep if you weren't going through. But if you were going through, it just like beep. So you could always tell the people that weren't allowed to get on the plane, and they were all super mad. So anyway, so these people weren't getting on the plane. Some people were taking the bait and taking the $1,000 gift certificate, which was, I guess, helpful. So we were thinking, all right, this might actually be happening. So this is good. And I was thinking, we'll probably get on this plane and hopefully get out of here soon. And then, right when we were in the boarding line, ready to get on, they made an announcement. They're like, we need everybody to get out of line and go reclaim their seats. And we were zone 3, so we were ready to go. They had already boarded zones 1 and 2. They said, folks, we're going to try to get a bigger plane in here so that everybody can make it. And I was just thinking, you've got to be kidding me. How long is that going to take? So they were trying to get a bigger plane to come in, and they never did. So we had to wait an extra hour for that while they tried to figure out. I don't know who was running who was the flight controller at Frontier the other day in Phoenix, but their IQ honestly was probably in the 60s because it was the worst experience ever. Actually, Sophia made a TikTok about it and got, I don't know, she did pretty well. She got like 800 views on it. So yes, I guess she's starting to get into TikTok a little bit. There's just me shaking my head and then her making a face and then just says, never fly Frontier, and said what was going on. But eventually we got home. We ended up flying back, and we got back to Cleveland last night at like 8:30, like 3-4 hours later. And then when we got back, there was an absolute whiteout. Anybody in the Cleveland area last night around 8:30, 9 o'clock? Man, I couldn't even see the road. It was so bad. I was like, I hope I'm driving on the road here, not on like the median or the grass. It was almost a complete whiteout. There's Henry Davis. Also pretty cool. Shout out to, I didn't get the name, but somebody came up to me at the Cleveland airport and said, are you Jab's family? And said that they watch our videos, which was really cool. Max Fried right there. Blue, along with Brad Keller. Nothing crazy yet. Ross says, that is worse than my experience. So we had a plane delayed. The flight attendant got on the PA and said, sorry, there's a screw that fell out of the engine, which caused a 9-hour delay. Man, I think I would rather have my experience rather than thinking that I was totally unsafe the whole way back. A screw falling out of the engine. That doesn't sound very settling. Yeah, but so I was talking to Sophia, and I don't think we're going to fly a plane for our next trip. We've been trying to take a trip every month. January we went to Florida. February we went to Texas. This month we went to Arizona. And next month, I think it's New York. We're just going to do a driving trip. And for the whiteout, no, it was just snowing so hard I could barely see. There wasn't fog, but the road was completely covered. I couldn't even see the lines. Lee says, I live in Cleveland. It was a spring snowstorm. Yeah, it was bad last night. The roads weren't salted at all. Sophia's like, just wait till we get on the highway. It'll be fine. And I was like, all right. And then we got on the highway. I was like, hey, Sophia, where's all the salt trucks? This is worse than those residential streets. So it was bad last night, but luckily we made it home. There she is. She's back down here. Wasn't that snow crazy last night?
It was wild.
It was wild. You were fine though. She was just sitting in the front seat, all relaxed. Meanwhile, I'm like white knuckling the steering wheel, sliding off the road a couple times almost.
It was scary though.
Yeah, it was not fun. And the whole time I was just thinking, thanks Frontier, because if we would have been home 4 hours before this, it would have been a nice afternoon drive back. Ross says, which Phoenix airport was it? Because maybe there was bad weather. It was Sky Harbor. Sky Harbor. I also realized after the fact, I got ripped off, by the way, by Dollar Rent-A-Car. Did anyone ever rent a car? She's like, all right, which package would you want? Do you want the advanced, the pro, or the basic? And I just said, just give me the basic, not even realizing that I just signed up for $130 of extra coverage that I probably didn't even need because obviously I have insurance. So after the fact, after I was driving off, I looked at my receipt and it said, additional add-ons, basic coverage, $130. I was thinking, all right, looks like I just learned a lesson. It's just like made it seem like those were the only choices. So $130 down the drain. Luckily, I've never had an issue with any rental cars getting damaged that I've been in. Oh, and then also on the way back, this is crazy. So you have to fill up your tank before you get back. We were already kind of running a little bit late. Our plan was to leave at like 10. I think boarding was at like 9:12 a.m. and it was already 8 o'clock. And I wanted to get there early in case there was a line in security. Because I don't know, I always feel like I want to be there at least an hour in advance, maybe even an hour and a half to be safe. So I went to fill up my gas tank. And there was only one gas tank anywhere near the airport. And if you're in Arizona, if you're in Phoenix, you may know this gas station. There's Merrill Kelly Gold and Matt Olson, which is numbered to 50. It's a Shell. And when I saw the price, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It was $5.99. It was $6 for a gallon of gas. The average gallon of gas in Arizona, I think, is just over $3. So they're charging double for a gallon of gas. I looked for the gas station. I didn't have time to drive an extra 10 minutes out somewhere else to get gas and then back. This was before that Frontier asked that, or Frontier told us that our flight was delayed. It was ridiculous. Double? So they really gouged us there. I should have just had I should have just prepaid the gas and had them fill it up. So I went on Yelp to leave them a 1-star review. But I was like, yeah, I don't even have to do this because everybody else already did. Literally, their average on Yelp, out of all of the reviews, for everybody that's ever left one, was 1.0. That was their gas station average. So every single person that ever left them a review left them a 1.0 because I guess they've been doing this price gouging forever. So I was like, I guess I don't even have to do this. But then the pump that I went to was pumping literally so slow. I think I sat there for like 10 minutes and I got like 3 gallons of gas. I was getting super frustrated. It was going so slow. There's a nice Joey Votto, nice icy red, number out of 199. Eventually I just stopped and I went to another pump, and then it was the other pump was fine. So there's some kind of problem with just barely trickling out of this one pump. But those were some of the down points of it. Sorry to focus on the negative. But there were some great points as well. It was really fun. We went to spring training. We were trying to look for a game to go to because I wanted to go to a spring training game. And I was looking at the schedule and looking at all the teams, and I really wanted to see Elly De La Cruz because, you know, Elly De La Cruz, top rookie in 2024 tops and everything. So I saw that the Reds were playing at home, and if you're unfamiliar with spring training, the way it usually works is typically starters don't travel, especially in Florida. In Phoenix, I don't know if it's a little different since most of the spring trainings are all within an hour of each other. They're all pretty close. But Usually the starters, like the big stars, they don't travel. They just only play home games. So I was thinking there's a good shot that Ellie De La Cruz plays. And the Reds had all their starters out there, which was pretty cool. The Mariners, on the other hand, didn't really bring anybody that was a starter. I think we had maybe Ty France. But, yeah, they had all... I was hoping to see J-Rod there, but he wasn't there. It was all backups. George Kirby pitched, which was nice. Ross says, according to Flight Aware, the plane only took over 2 hours and 33 minutes late. That's lucky for Frontier. It was actually ended up being a little more than that because I don't know if they ever pushed it back. I think we got in the air at 1. So it was actually all said and done. I think it was about a 3-hour delay. There's Jose Soriano. There's Jordan Westberg there as well. But yeah, we went to see the Reds. We saw Christian Encarnacion Strand play. We ended up watching until basically the starters came out. As you know, a lot of times starters will leave. Usually about the 6th inning or so. But there was also a big card show. A 450 table card show. That was another reason I wanted to go there. I like big card shows. It was pretty big. It was 450 tables. It seemed about right. It looked about the size of the last big card show that we went to, which was in Houston. That one was 400 tables. About the same size venue. It wasn't very crowded, though. I was surprised that it didn't seem like there was a lot of people there. So I thought maybe I'll be able to get some good deals here because there aren't a lot of people here. But a lot of tables kind of seem to have stuff overpriced. And I really hate tables. I don't know about you, but I despise tables where there's no prices. It's just the worst. This one's going to go to the Angels, Shohei Ohtani. It's just awful. Like, I'm not going to stand here and ask you about every single card. It's just awful. So I usually just skip those tables. I felt like half the tables were like that. Pena says, what's the deal with the whole Topps first off the printer deal? Well, they were supposed to have like a first card symbol on the front of it. They forgot to do that. They did mark them 1 of 1s on the back. They're pretty rare to find, but every now and then you might want to show up. You might want to check all your Topps backs. Timmy says, I did all my traveling when I competed in golf. Yeah, I'm a little bit traveled out. This one took a little bit out of me, so I think next month, Sophia really wants to see Hamilton. So, like, on the way back, I know she likes Hamilton, so we listened to the soundtrack of Hamilton, and I think I'm going to surprise her when we go to New York. She kind of already has an idea, but I'm going to get her Hamilton tickets, and she's going to see her first career Broadway show, which will be pretty cool. There is an AU Eugenio Suarez, numbered to 50. Very nice. Kiwi says, did you see Dave's comment? I'm trying to keep up here with everything. I don't think that I saw Dave's comment. This might be covered, but did you receive copies of your cards today? I saw Stryker got his. Somebody said that, and I did not. I checked the mailbox today. There was no boxes of anything in there. I hope that Topps sends me some cards. That'd be awesome. Really, really cool. I will literally give one of them away to you guys. Ross says, come April 20th to 21st, 500 tables. Man, I can't make it that weekend. Nope, I got my kids that weekend. I unfortunately won't be able to be there. That'd be cool, but I think the kids would be a little bit bored if I'm going to be at a card show for hours and hours. No, Topps wouldn't send it to my P.O. box. They would send it to my home address. I'm guessing, because Topps has my home address. I gave it to them, you know, for the jersey. They sent me that jersey. And so I'm guessing they would just send it there. So, I don't know. I'll keep an eye out for a little white box. And I'll open it up. If I get it tomorrow, open it up. We'll do the reveal and see which picture they used. I hope it's the one I like. I sent them one picture I like and then 2 that I don't like. Hey, we got a hit. Christian Yelich is the first one here. This is going to be a game-used bat. Very nice. Christian Yelich. This one's going to go out to the Milwaukee Brewers owners. That's our first actual hit besides the numbered cards. This one's going to Milwaukee. It's Jason Ridgway. Congrats, Jason. By the way, just got the notification as a reminder, the MLB season starts tomorrow at 6 a.m. C.J. Abrams out of 50. Very, very nice. I'll have to see if they wrote what I asked them to write on the back. I didn't know what to put on there. I just said, hey, I think I wrote in the third person. I don't know. Ross says, Sophia and the kids could go shopping while you're at the card show. Everyone's happy. I think the kids would love New York. That's true. The thing is, Sophia actually really likes card shows. It's surprising. She's like more into it than I am, I think, sometimes. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to find a little 50 table card show. I don't think there's a lot of good card shops around New York, by the way. Maybe I'll try to go into New Jersey and check out a couple card shops there. I think last time I was in New York a couple summers ago, I went to a few card stores in New York City, but I didn't really find anything too crazy. A lot of overpriced stuff. Sean says, I wish I knew you were going to that Arizona show. I must have missed you by a half an hour. I think we got there at like 3:30. Kiwi says, we could tell you're filming her. Yeah, she's really into it. She loves the card shows, and she's starting to learn pretty well. She was just going off doing a couple deals by herself. I was like, wait, you bought that on your own? Without conferring with me? There's Francisco Lindor. The mix says you could have an auction competition again. There's Wilmer Flores out of $7.99. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. That'd be fun. Thinking about maybe doing that. Dave says, I'm from Cincinnati, and I love seeing Joey Votto hit a homer on the first pitch he did with Toronto. That's great. I hope he makes the team. It's going to be weird, though, seeing Joey Votto in another uniform. He's a guy that, played his whole career in Cincinnati. Mr. Baseball says, what's the best card you ever pulled? That's a tough one. I pulled a Shohei Ohtani 1/1 rated rookie autograph back in 2018. I pulled a Vlad Jr. Superfractor rookie card, but that card has probably dropped off a little bit. I don't know. I feel like Vladdy cards have been going down. Maybe it's the Ohtani. I pulled the Mike Trout Gold. Mike Trout Gold rookie card from 2011 Topps Update. That was back I think it was a Christmas Eve break, actually. Back in like 2018 or something like that. Ross says, check out A&S Sports. I feel like I've been there. I don't know. I'll have to go back and see what card stores I was at last time. There was a couple I went into, and the prices were so high, I'm like, I'm not doing a video here. I can't even buy anything here. I'm not going to pay way over comps and pay like double for a blaster box or whatever it is. It was just... Sometimes you just go into a place and you see they're selling like blaster boxes for $40. You're like, all right, this isn't going to work out. It happens all the time. Yeah, the Mickey Mantle auto was something else. That was probably the best. I was not expecting that at all. Totally took me by surprise. Here's our next one. Man, we got a lot of hangers. Probably about halfway through. We've got a new follower on Whatnot, by the way. Nick Bezball. Just started following us. We'll be live over there. The next says, if the prices are too high, you can say, I have my own Topps card. Can I get a discount? You know what I'm kind of excited about if I ever see this? I don't know if I will, because thinking about it, I've never seen another influencer card in any store or even in any display at a card show. Wouldn't that be interesting and cool to go up and see my card for sale somewhere? That would be amazing. I don't think it's going to happen, though. We'll see. Mr. Baseball says, do you think the Rangers have a shot at back-to-back championships? I think they'll be there. Yeah, they've got Wyatt Langford. Is Langford making the team? I don't know if they've made the call yet, but he's having a good spring. Got Evan Carter, another nice rookie. You've got the talent. Max Scherzer's hurt. Could use Jordan Montgomery back, but I think you guys are going to be right there with Houston down the stretch. Anything could happen. I do think if I had to pick right now, I think that it would probably be Orioles and Dodgers in the World Series. But we'll see what happens. Braves, I would say the Braves, but the Braves just have not really been able to get over the hump in the playoffs the last couple of years. Phillies keep bouncing them out. Anna says she's a keeper. You talk about Sophia, I know. She's freaking amazing. She just got done packing my lunch for tomorrow. Like, she just does so much for me. She's great. She's the best. Let's see. We've got Braves, Charlie Morton right there. I like Charlie Morton. He's a great guy. He used to be in Pittsburgh. He was always so friendly towards the fans. Really cool guy. Really smart guy, too. High IQ guy. Very well-spoken. Let's see what else. Casey says, as long as your card value stays above the wander, you should be good. Yeah, I guess, you know what? I think it's probably going to start off at $50. I don't know what it'll end up going to. I was just looking at some of the influencer cards from last year. I think that Jeff Wilson still sells for pretty good, like $40 $40. I think some of them will go for like $5. I think usually when anything comes out, there might be a little bit of a bump at the beginning. So the mix says, Eric, you and Sophia are brave when you went looking for baseballs behind the stadium. I think I would be on the lookout for snakes. I actually didn't go into those bushes, but you did. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I'd just find one on the berm there, but we didn't. There was like 12 baseball fields for the Reds and Guardians, and I had a fun time there when I went there in 2018. There's just balls being launched out into the desert, going across the highway and stuff like that. I actually went back and I watched the video from that place in 2018. I think it was called like Chasing Baseballs Across a Highway or something like that. I don't know. It was a good time. So that's another reason why I picked that place. There was no batting practice going on. We only went to 2 fields, and then Sophia's like, we got to get to the game. I don't want to miss any of the game. But she ended up getting a ball from a player, which was really, really cool. I think it was a bullpen catcher for a minor league team, because the ball that she got was a minor league baseball. But hey, it's still a ball's a ball. Ross says, the store does weekend team breaks. You could get a feeling of what it's like to be in a break rather than run a break. That'd be cool. Yeah, she caught the ball too. Very nice. She got a lot of practice because a couple days before we were playing jackpot, me, Sophia, and my daughter Olivia. I don't know if you know what the game of jackpot is, but we just took a blitz ball. We were out on the beach. It was it wasn't like a beach. I mean, it was sand, but there's a nice lake on it. There was a nice day last week. We went to a place called Laurel Hill State Park. It has a beach there. It was great. It was so nice. But we're playing jackpot. Found a blitz ball in the car. It's where you take the ball, and the thrower launches the ball high into the air, and then you try to come down with it. Like there's the other 2 people, or however many people, are maybe like 50, 90 feet away. Throw the ball up to them, and one of them tries to come down with it. If they catch it, they get a point, and then they become the thrower. And, of course, yours truly ended up winning. Because, I'm 6'4.5", 6'5". And then, Sophia's 5'6". Olivia's like maybe 5 feet. It was close, so they did pretty good. It was 10-6 or something like that. They teamed up against me, though. Whenever it was like Sophia's turn to throw, she would purposely throw it like way over towards Olivia, so she would be favored. And Olivia would do the same for her. But eventually I would come away with it. It was fun, though. I got made fun of a lot because every time I got one, I would do like a Kirk Gibson, like little celebration or something like that, and they thought that was ridiculously stupid. But, pretty competitive. We did another game. There's like this big spider net thing that the kids climb up. It's like these ropes, and it's literally almost like a giant spider web. And the goal was to like not get caught in there or hugged. So like one person was it, Olivia was it first, and I was like too big for that. I couldn't really move around, so I was terrible at that. I was awful. So they got me like every time. Well, they're just moving right through there like it's nothing. Jason Dominguez. Yeah, that was a fun time. Always fun to do stuff outside. I can't wait until the weather's nice. Can go to some baseball games. MLB season opens tomorrow at 6 a.m. Just the Padres and Dodgers. Steve says the Kirk Gibson celebration. That's great. Do I think Seager can win an MVP? Yeah, he'll be there in the discussion. You're going to have Seager there. Otani's out now of the American League. You don't have to worry about him anymore. But Seager will probably have another great season. J-Rod will be there. Juan Soto will be in the discussion. Aaron Judge. Those are probably your top 4 most likely. Bobby Witt may have he had a really great second half last year. If you look at his stats, he ended up with 4.3 WAR, had 11 triples, 30 home runs. Do you realize Bobby Witt was a 30-30 guy last year? Was he a 30-30 guy? Stolen bases? Yeah. 49 stolen bases, 30 home runs. Bobby Witt could go 40-40 this year. He is really turning on. He started the season a little bit slow, too. He really turned it on. People don't even really realize Bobby Witt is that good because he plays in Kansas City. Doesn't get a lot of eyeballs on him. But Bobby Witt's another guy who I think is going to be probably a top 5, top 10 finisher for the MVP. So it's going to be a good race. Corey Seager, if he has another huge season, he could be there. Ross says there's a card show of 60 tables on April 14th at Holiday Inn. It's 45 minutes to Manhattan if you wanted to stay there. Maybe. That's a possibility. How about the hotel we stayed at was awful. Usually when I go on these trips, I like to do an Airbnb. I don't think I've stayed in a hotel in a long time. Because I did an Airbnb, I don't know, X amount of years ago. I'm like, I'm never staying in a hotel again. But since I booked this trip like a week before we left, there was no Airbnbs left that weren't like thousands of dollars. So I got a hotel. It was called Country Inn. And man, it was, I would say, subpar. We got it because it had a free continental breakfast. The breakfast was not good. They had bagels. The eggs were gross. Sophia got sick from the eggs. There's no Ellie. I'm taking all the Ellies out. There was like so many people there all the time. They ran out of stuff nonstop. We got a vintage stock card coming up of Shane Bieber, number 299. Very nice. Going to the Cleveland Guardians. So how about it? There's a hit for the Guardians. I like that one. I love Progressive Field. Have to get to a game up there. I haven't been to a game in Progressive Field. I can't believe this. Since 2018, I think, is the last time I've been to Progressive Field. Ross says, don't book a hotel in Manhattan unless you want to pay $1,000 a night. That's ridiculous. I feel like when I've played or when I've stayed in Manhattan before, I've honestly stayed in hotels in Manhattan before several times, and they were nowhere near $1,000 a night. Does that have anything to do with like less supply? Because I've heard a lot of hotels in Manhattan have been given away to like illegal immigrants, and they're just buying out whole hotels to house them. So that might really create a lesser of supply. I don't know. You would know, Ross. You're up there. You know what's going on. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. If it's $1,000 a night, I will not stay there. Ross is staying in Queens, much nicer and cheaper. Yeah, it would be nice. Last time I was in New York, we stayed like a block from Broadway. Could literally walk everywhere. It was pretty nice, right around Times Square. I like being close to everything and not having to rely on riding the subway and all that. I don't know. We'll plan it out. The mix is Queens. Have you seen Coming to America? I've not. I guess I'll have to add that to the list. Boxer Bud says, stay in Jersey, drive to New York. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I don't even know how long. Maybe just take a day in New York, go to Broadway, maybe see a Mets or Yankees game. The Mets says, you made MacGyver proud. Yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. I was like, how am I going to film this? I don't know. I was like, wait a minute. I could figure something out here. Hey, Brian, how's it going? And I eventually was like, wait a minute. Okay, coffee pot. Let's see what I can do with this. Now, at the airport, I just kind of said, Sophia, can you just keep this as still as possible? Nathan says they did a massive renovation on Progressive Field this season. Can't wait to see how it looks. Again, they've renovated that place so many times over the last 10 years. It's just like redoing, Heritage Park and the bullpens. They redid the bullpens, 12 years ago? That place is fantastic to see a game. They did the whole upper deck. White Sox Tom says, I didn't have a tripod. I used my wallet and supplies I bought. Yeah, I guess as long as you can figure some way to keep the phone. I always use a tripod. They got rid of the shipping containers with like the murals painted on them. All right. Yeah, that was kind of ugly. We got Matt Wallner right there to lead off this next pack. And let's see what we've got here coming up. There's Evan Carter, the number 3 rookie. We'll probably see, I'm guessing we'll see a good bit of Evan Carter coming out of Signature Series tomorrow. I feel like they're going to try to put a few of the good rookies in each case. I'd love to find some Ellie De La Cruz. Chris says, I need a tripod. Yeah, get one off of Amazon for, I don't know, like $20. Maybe even less, honestly. One of the good things about being delayed, by the way, by hours and hours in the Phoenix airport, just sitting around, I figured out how to edit with picture-in-picture. Like, I found out how to put a picture-in-picture here. I found out how to use a green screen. I was like, I'm just going to play around with this editing software a little bit. Because I never, like, honestly, I'll just go. I just like to do everything in one take. I don't like to edit. I don't want there to be cuts. When I'm opening a box, like, I don't want to be like this, but then open the box and all of a sudden it just cuts away. Because that just seems fishy to me. Like, I feel like anytime you see a box opening, because there's usually there's big stuff up for grabs. If anyone's cutting their videos, that's fishy. because, like, let's say that there's a huge autograph that comes out of this box. Who's to say they didn't just cut that and then get a different box and then lift the auto? So that's why I never really do any editing with my videos, but I guess picture-in-picture I could do something with that, where you can still see all the cards. I found out how to do like a side-by-side screen. Maybe I'll play around with the editing a little bit over the next few weeks and just try a couple different things out. There's Jose Fermin right there. There's Luis Montes. That's right, Mix. Got McCutcheon. Looking forward to seeing him play again. I can't wait. Opening day. The Pirates start their season. Let's see. They start their season in Miami at the end of this month. It's like, I don't remember the exact date. Is it March 28th? I could honestly go to that because we have a nice long Easter break. Really long Easter break. But I've got the kiddos for most of Easter break. I don't know if I want to drag them down to Miami. Vania says, you're not only selling the product break, you're also selling the security. You want people to feel, like if there is a card pulled, that they're going to get it. That's why there's never any cuts in my videos. I don't even like to edit. I just like to keep it straight through. But I can figure out how I can like just put a picture-in-picture. I can do a split screen, have like something over here going on while you still see this over here. It's all continuous. I'll mess around with it a little bit. There's Brendan White, numbered to $4.99. We got Jose Berrios right there as well. And the Big Hurt, 1989, Tops, Frank Thomas. Ross says, if you're interested, there is another 500 card show this weekend. Oh, man, I'm not going to. This weekend, there's a card show here in Pittsburgh. I think it's like 150 tables, so I'll be going to that one, it looks like. Andy says, your thoughts on O'Neal Cruz this spring? Pirates fans have reason to be excited. 7 home runs, O'Neal Cruz tied for the league lead in home runs. O'Neal Cruz killing it. 7 dingers. Now, last year, before he got injured, he said, mark it down, I'm going to go 40-40 this year. 40 homers, 40 steals. I don't know if he's going to get 40 steals. I don't know how his ankle's holding up. I don't know. But it looks like the power is there for O'Neal Cruz. I'm so glad that there was a rumor I heard over the winter that he was potentially being traded for Edward Cabrera. I'm glad that didn't go down. O'Neal Cruz has so much talent, and I feel like he's kind of like the face of our franchise. I don't know. When you think of the Pirates, who do you think? I mean, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Mitch Keller, I think is the highest paid player now. Just signed like a $77 million extension. Brian Reynolds. I feel like O'Neal Cruz is the face, even though he didn't really play it all last year. You got Jason. He played 9 games last year. Who's taller, O'Neal or Ellie? Man, aren't they the same height? Aren't they both 6'6"? You know what? I think O'Neal might be taller. We'll find out. When I find their cards, I'll look at the backs of them. Ross says, I'll make sure to talk to a guy who runs the shows and make sure he schedules them when they fit into Eric's schedule. That would be nice. Let's check. I take out all the hits, including the top rookies like Ellie and Jason Dominguez. Ellie De La Cruz is 6'5". I think O'Neal Cruz might be 6'6". I should probably know that. But once we come across an O'Neal Cruz card here, which might be soon, I'll check. 6'7", says Pack Rippin' Dude. So O'Neal Cruz has Ellie De La Cruz beaten. 6'7". That's tall for a shortstop for sure. I'm trying to think of any other shortstops we've seen that tall. 6'7". I know Michael Morse when he came up. I think he was like 6'6". He was a shortstop when he first came up, believe it or not, because he doesn't, like, when I saw him, he didn't seem that athletic. He just seemed like a big lumbering guy. Came up through the Mariners organization. I will always remember Mike Morse for the longest home run I've ever seen hit. It was definitely over 500 feet. I've never seen anybody hit a ball over the bleachers, over the upper bleachers, over the restaurant, right underneath the scoreboard area, ever in PNC Park. And I've been to over 1,000 games and batting practices at PNC Park. I've only ever seen that once, and that was Michael Morse. Folks, it had to have been over. It was over 500 feet for sure, because I feel like Cameron Maben hit one like halfway up the bleachers, I don't know, 10 years ago. And I feel like that one was like 470. So this ball may have been like 530. It was crazy long home run. All right, let's see what we've got. By the way, we've got 4 boxes left in this round, and then if you want to get the blasters going, there are still, I think there's blasters. There's 15 spots left in the blasters. So if you'd like to grab some blaster spots, it's 20 blaster boxes. We can keep this going another, who knows, up to an hour or so. We'll do 20 more blaster boxes. Have a bunch of parallels in there for sure. Spencer Jones is 6'7". He's an outfielder there, right? Ross says, do you know who Mike Easler is? Yeah, I remember Mike Easler. I think when I was a kid, I had his 84 Topps card. I don't think, he was before my time. He was like early to mid 80s for the Pirates. I never really knew much about him because I didn't start getting into baseball till I started following a little bit in 88, and then I really got into it in 89. Like, all in, and here we go. We've got a double autograph. What is this in the freaking hanger box? This never happens. 2 autographs in 1 box. How did that come to be? We have Darius Vines, rookie auto baseball stars for the Atlanta Braves. This one is going to go out to Brian Shad. And there's also All-Star Trey Turner, black border on card auto, numbered to 199 for the Philadelphia Phillies. That one goes to William Hamilton. So a $15 blaster box gives us 2 autos. Never happens. And, man, really cool that Steve says make that into a short. Ross says make it into a short if we do. If you see a little subscribe button at the bottom of your screen, make sure you tap the subscribe button. We'd love to have you along for all of our videos. Hangers are bangers indeed, says the mix. There we go. Just one blaster had all the autographs there in this round. Weird, but good. We'll take it. And I think maybe I woke Sophia up because I thought I heard some scurrying around. And I got a notification from security that she's on the main floor somewhere moving around. Did I wake you up? She forgot her charger downstairs. Don't you hate it when that happens? Now we got to get the blasters going, says Ross. Yeah, someone called that the Hanger of the Year. That's a good title for a short. Hanger of the Year. That's a really good title for a short. I like it. Where did that come out? 46 minutes? 46 minutes. Today's date is 19? Tomorrow's first day of spring. Hanger with 2 autos. I haven't been making shorts because I've just been too busy. I need to get on that. Maybe just start making 2 shorts a day and get caught up. Let's see what else we've got. There's David Hamilton starting this one off. Yeah, Hanger of the Year is definitely a very good title. We've got some great Mayans in here for sure. Ross says if the blasters will definitely go tonight, I'll take a spot. I'll tell you what, if we get into the 20s, I'll force it to go. I'll take spots or do whatever I need to do to get it to run so we can clean up that round. And then get it all cleared out and for Signature Series tomorrow, which will be, I love Signature Series. That's one of my favorite ones. I was so disappointed when I heard the cases weren't in. Texted my case guy. He's like, no, they're not in today, man. I ordered 12 cases of them, so we got a lot of cases. Here we go with this next one. And by the way, there's only 1 box left after this, and then we'll see where we're at on the blaster boxes and see if people want to hop in and continue the break. Brian says, my email's rotting away in your mailbox. Can you forward it to me again? I mean, I've got your name on a card over here. I've got all these cards and things I need to do written over here, like shorts and all kinds of stuff. And, whoops, I just dropped one of them. So I might just take all these into work tomorrow, and then on my lunch break, just go through all these things that I need to do. Make shorts of and whatnot. Also have to, this is in my stack of things I need to do. Got this Henry Davis that I pulled. Need to do something with that. Got, here's a Acuna auto that I found for a short, didn't even write the freaking date down, so I probably will never find that one again. All right, let's see what we have in this next one. Another Ellie De La Cruz. Russ, does anybody want to get a spot in the Blasters with him? We've got another hit here. Brian Reynolds from the Pirates. All-star Brian Reynolds. Game-used jersey. Where's the Luis Robert redemption? It's downstairs. Out of $9.99. When I pulled it, it had been expired for like, what, a couple weeks, a month? I should, I don't know, I should probably just send that in. I probably will never get it, though. You know how Panini is. If you want to grab a spot in the Blasters, the live price, I think, is $40.99. We'll go ahead and get that one going if you guys want to get in. Dale Baker says he'll take 2 spots. All right, Dale, you can go ahead and send it over. Like I said, if it creeps up into the 20s, we'll get it sold. We'll run it tonight. Mr. Baseball says, why did I get placed in timeout? I'm not sure. I haven't placed anybody in timeout tonight. Typically, whenever I do that, I just end up banning somebody. Like in Whatnot the other day, there's some idiot trying to, like, I don't know, throw me off. He's using all this, like, racist language, but luckily Whatnot wasn't showing any of it. But I could see it, and I just blocked him over there. This is our last box. We've got Ken Griffey Jr., 89. We've got Bryce Harper. Ross says, I'll take 1. Dale Baker just took 2. Dale Baker with 2. Whatnot's crazy, says Chris. It can be crazy, yep. Dale Baker taking 2. Willie Mays right there. Hey, ball card ripping. How's it going? Perceived Power Sports, I think, just took 2. So the Blasters rolling along. We'll get 20 blaster boxes opened here as well. And then, hey, if you want to keep it going, we've got mixer breaks, but I don't think anything is close like the Blasters are. Blasters aren't that far off. All right, that was the last box. So both of the autos came from the very same box, which is pretty nice and also unexpected. So the hangers are in the books. Thank you very much. Ross just sent in as well. So spots are coming in for the Blasters, which is known as break B2. 20 blaster boxes. I'll tell you what, how about I sweeten it a little bit? If we do not pull an autograph, I'll throw an extra blaster box in. So that's more cards for everybody. Mr. Baseball says, bro, I try to watch your streams whenever I can, but my time changes so bad from the States. Where are you at? Yeah, I don't know. We're here. It's 11 p.m. Eastern time here, so I don't know where you're at, but it might be pretty different. I know time zones can be an issue. It was kind of weird being out in Arizona. We were way off. Like the whole food schedule was way off. Cause we're wanting to eat usually at like 9 a.m. for lunch, and it's like just breakfast time there. Perceived Power Sports, we got 2 for you, Ross. We've got 1 for you. All right, we're 10 spots left in this break. If you want to get into B2, you can send it over right now. I'll start getting the blaster boxes ready to go. I'm going to count out 20 of them here. So each blaster box will have, what is it, like 84 cards, I believe, something like that. And we'll have all these parallels. There's usually 3 or 4 parallels per pack. Timmy T Time says the sound's cutting in and out. I'll fix that right now. Just give me 1 second. There is a little hack that I do whenever we have that sound issue where I just kind of close the live stream, then open it back up, and usually that makes the microphone reboot. So I kind of figured that out. So hopefully, if you're having an issue, it gets fixed, and we don't have a cut in and cut out of sound anymore. Chris says it sounds better now. Thanks for letting me know. We got some more spots that just came in. Michael Collins just grabbed 2 spots in B2. So now there's 8 spots left there. We'll give it another minute or 2, and then we'll start running with it. You live in Kazakhstan, Mr. Baseball? Wow, I can't even imagine. What time is it there? Like, is it super early in the morning? Like 7 a.m.? Mario says, is there a website I join the break, or can I just let you know through here? There is a website. It's Patreon. There's a link in the description. You can just Google Join Jabs Family Patreon. We sell all of our breaks there. So if you want to check it out, we'll be We got the Signature Series break and preview video selling there right now. And we sell all of our stuff over there, all of our breaks. 9 a.m. over there, says Mr. Baseball. I guess it wasn't so far off. Hannah says, how much is the spot? The live stream price is $40.99. So $41, Mario. That would be, what, 82 altogether for 2 spots? But yeah, we sell all of our spots there. And if you're on a higher tier, you get multiple. Or not multiple. You get monthly packages. We got a couple more spots coming in from Nicole. So let's put Nicole on the list. Or wait, sorry, it's Nicholas. It's Nick Lavlambara. Sorry, Nicole asked, and I saw it said, you just received a payment from NIC. So sorry, Nick, but we got Nick in there for 2. Nick Lavlambara. Taking 2. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots left. Ralph Newman just grabbed a spot. I just sent your team break from last week today, Ralph. So you'll have that soon. I tried to get them all out before I left for Arizona. I got most of them out, but there was, I think, like 15 teams I didn't get out. And yours is one of them, but I got them out today. Ryan says, just subscribed this past week. Also, new collector. Good luck to everyone. Awesome videos. Love from Cleveland. Hey, Cleveland. Wait, are you from Cleveland or is your name Ryan? Because I know we have a new buyer into the breaks named Cleveland as well, which is pretty cool. Jack says, I'm from, is that pronounced Massillon? I know it's in Ohio. That's about all I know. But a lot of those Ohio cities and towns, I don't know how to pronounce them. I just butcher their names. Another payment came in here. It is going to be from Mario. He's got 2. Mario Giannani. So there's 3 spots left. If anybody wants them, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and run them with those 3 open, and then we'll see what it is. Ma Collins says, I'm from, I always mispronounce that one. Elira? I don't even know how to say that. Can you please show the board? There's 3 spots left. Ross says, try to pronounce Massapequa. I don't know. Ballcard Rippin'. Sean says he'll take 1. All right, there's another one. So 2 spots left. And then I'm just waiting to randomize the spots once we have this all squared away. And then tomorrow we'll do Signature Series. And maybe I'll add some Pick Your Team breaks tomorrow of Signature Series as well. Hey, Ellie, how's it going? Good to see you in here tonight. Doing pretty well. Glad to be back from Arizona. Ballcard Rippy says, I'll take the 3. All right, we're sold out. So that's Sean. He's taking all 3 of the remaining spots. We can go ahead and do this one. So here we go. So Sean, you can send it on over. And we will go ahead and get this one ready to go. Ellie says, I love seeing Sophia getting into the hobby. We need more females to get into it. There really isn't many females at all. I think when I first started, there was someone named like Baseball Card Chick or something like that. I think she had like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, but I think she fell off and just didn't do it anymore. I don't know. Do you remember her? That was a long, long time ago, back like 2018. But honestly, I can't name one single female baseball card content creator in the baseball card world. I honestly couldn't. If you said $1,000, if you can answer this question, name one single female that opens cards. I couldn't do it because I don't know any. Baseball card, yeah, that was her name. Wait, it sucks. Tom, Baseball Card Babe. She, I think, disappeared. What happened to the female that was on the big league card last year? Mama Breaks? Oh, yeah, I guess I could name her, but I don't know if she actually opens cards, does she? I mean, it sounds like she does. I don't know where she does it, though. Just waiting on Sean's payment to come in, then we'll go ahead and randomize these spots. I guess, Sean's good for it. We'll go ahead and do it. He's been around these breaks for a long time. Let's go ahead and see what we can find. Jack says, good to see you on here, Jabs. Hope to see you in Hartville, Ohio, not far from Massillon, west of Canton. I've been to the Hartville flea market before, Jack, years ago with my brother, probably 2019, 2020, somewhere in there. Good flea market, but I haven't been back. I haven't really been too much into flea markets. Ever since my garage got filled up with stuff purchased at flea markets, I was like, I got to kind of cut back on this, but you can always find good stuff there. So here's all of these cards, or not all these cards, here's all these names, from Brian Jackson all the way down to Sean Bearwold. Can see them all there? Yeah, I asked Sophia if she would want to take over the auctions. I was like, Sophia, how about we do a 24-hour break/auction? Could you cover it for 5 or 6 hours so I could sleep? She's like, I don't know. Because all this time I've been doing 7 years. I've been opening baseball cards. Had the channel for 8 years. Baseball card content exclusively for 7. It's like people always say you should do a 24-hour live stream. We've never done it, but now that you're here, maybe we could. So I don't know. She's she does auction stuff off from time to time. She likes to buy her own cards, and she likes to auction them off. And then she likes to go and go out and get lunch with it and stuff like that. If she makes a profit, she's really into finding some cards that she likes and then flipping cards as well. That makes us we don't have to wait till a million, baby. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Here's all the names. We'll take all of these. We'll copy them. We'll paste them. We'll tell you who's got what. Did you know that when we went to Cleveland to fly out, that was the first time that Sophia had ever been to Ohio? I couldn't believe it. I was like, your parents' house is like 30 minutes from the Ohio border. You've never been here before. She's like, no, like she wanted to buy a magnet and everything. It was pretty cool. But anyway, here we go for the Blasters. We've got Samuel Perry with Arizona. We've got Atlanta going to Michael Collins along with Baltimore. Justin Allspaw has Boston. Vincent Smith has the Cubs. Jack Collin has Cincinnati. Mario has the Cleveland Guardians. Perceived Power. Did I say PowerPoint? I think that should say Power Sports. What the heck am I doing? Too into the teaching mode there. Perceived Power Sports. Dale Baker has the White Sox. Perceived Power Sports. I did it again. You have Detroit. Brian Jackson has Houston. Nick has Kansas City. Ralph Newman has the Los Angeles Angels. Then we've got Dale Baker with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Robert has Miami. Antonio B has Milwaukee. Vincent Smith has Minnesota. Mario has the Mets. Sean has the Yankees. And he also has the Oakland A's. It's pretty good 2 teams. Jason Dominguez, Zach Geloff. Ross Berenstein has the Philadelphia Phillies. Justin has the Pirates. Stephen Maine has the San Diego Padres. I don't know if that's supposed to be Maine or Mays, because we got Stephen Mays too. I have to double check that. But Stephen M has San Diego. We've got George Wynant with Seattle. We've got Chris B with San Francisco. We've got Nick with St. Louis. We've got Robbie Gold. He's got Tampa Bay. Justin has Texas. Sean has Toronto. And Jack Holland has the Washington Nationals. It's going to be 20 blaster boxes. Let's see what we can do right now. But anyway, yeah, if you want to get into the breaks, I don't know if we have any that are close to going tonight. I definitely knew that I want to get these 2 in tonight. We got a bunch of mixer rounds. Maybe I'll have to, maybe, I don't know, juice that up a little bit. Maybe add something or a little special giveaway or something to people that buy into the mixer rounds for maybe next week. Because I've got some nice boxes in those mixer rounds I'm looking forward to opening. But right now, I'm looking forward to opening some blaster boxes. Let's see what we can find. Again, if we don't find an autograph, I'll add an additional box to this break. 20 total boxes, lots and lots of packs. And the blasters usually take me a little while to open up. Probably be here till at least midnight. The Hawk says, what's up, man? The pass is alive. Jono's in the house. He says, with a $5 super chat, says it got brought up in my live stream tonight, but do you remember whatever happened to that Bernard Gilkey jersey that was getting passed around? The Bernard Gilkey jersey, I remember, yeah, Jonathan H., did he start that? I can't even remember if I ever got it, but I think Donald Blomdahl had it. Who ended up, I definitely don't have it. I have no idea who ended up with the Bernard Gilkey jersey. There was a Gilkey just meme going around 5-6 years ago or so. And I have no idea whatever happened with that. Looks like we've got a payment coming in late for this break. I don't have any spots. We're all sold out. I'll have to check that out. I can give you a refund, or I could put you in Big League or something like that. We'll see what else we've got coming up in this. Next one, there's Chicago Cubs. By the way, just as a reminder, Jono, there's a big card show this weekend. I don't know if you want to go to it or not, but I think it's at, what is it? Castle Shannon. I think it's 150 tables. I went to it a couple months ago in December. It was actually pretty good. So that's one. I think I'm planning on going there this weekend. I'll have to see if Mom can watch the kiddos for a couple hours and then maybe head out there. It was a pretty good one. And then I don't know what else is around card show wise after that. Talk says, I couldn't believe I won the blaster. Yeah, I've got it for you. Kiwi says, would have been cool if Jono got a card in Big League as well. Maybe next year. Yeah, basically, I think being in Big League, all you have to do is be a positive person and not, like, I think that's one of the big things. Like, as long as you don't, like, complain about cards and, like, almost seemingly hate cards, like, but you just do it to complain. My brother's not like that. I think I could see him getting a card next year or the year after. There's really no criteria except just be, you know, a positive person, you know. So that would be pretty cool for sure. And I heard today someone said that they're sending boxes of the influencer cards to the influencers. Somebody else got a box of like 20 of them. So I'm on the lookout for mine. I checked the mail. I didn't stop my mail. I usually don't get a whole lot of mail here, but there was no box from Topps. I went and double checked. So I don't know. Here we go. We've got a hit. It's Pete Alonso, game used bat. Very nice. But yeah, if I do get that box, I'll definitely give my brother one of those cards. I'll give all my kids one of the cards. Those will end up getting passed out to friends and family for sure. And then one of you guys, I'm gonna give it away to someone actually in this break. I'll actually sign up for you. Sophia's on track to get a card. Wouldn't that be something? She asked me for a, I think she's finally starting her social media / creator thing. She was making TikToks out in Arizona. I actually got to appear in a couple of them. She wanted me to do a couple dances. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But I ended up filming her a couple times, and I don't know. I bought her a light today, so maybe she'll get her TikTok on. I said, you should do YouTube. I don't even think TikTok pays you anything. At least YouTube gives you a few cents per view or whatever it is. Fraction of a cent per view. Passive Live says they would probably hear all my comments of the players we hated as kids. Yeah, watch the person be in charge be a big fan of like Mark Salalas or Sid Fernandez or Teddy Hugger. Guys like that. Greg Gagne, Tom Prince, Junior Ortiz. Probably super fan of one of those guys. Yeah, Eric Plunk was the guy we hated. I don't know why we hated Eric Plunk, but Eric Plunk, he was just viscerally hated, along with guys like Vance Law. Like, I feel like if you wore glasses and you were a Major League Baseball player, my brother and I hated you. Like, Vance Law was hated. Chris Sabo was hated. Tom Henke was hated. Honestly, I think every player that wore glasses, we just automatically hated you. And I didn't realize it until right now. It's probably because they wore glasses, which is kind of interesting. Let's see if we can find another hit. There's Sal Frelick. Yeah, Teddy Higuera. We didn't know how to pronounce Spanish back then, so we called him Teddy Hugger. We've got Jose Ramirez. That's going to be a blue upside down. We'll go ahead and sleeve that. Chris Sabo had the superhero. Yeah, we called him Rex Specs. Chris Sabo was very much hated. There's Davis Schneider. Rookie card. It's a spring parallel. By the way, keep Davis Schneider in your... I said this before. Keep him on your radar. Nobody knows who the heck this guy is, but he had over 1,000 OPS last year, which is just... I mean, if that was a whole season and he had over 1,000 OPS, he'd probably be an MVP. Jonah says, we hated Benny DiStefano because he had a smug look on his 89 Fleer card. Yeah, basically, if you looked cocky or smug, we hated you when we were kids. Probably like half the players we just hated for literally no reason other than what they looked like, or if they played for a team we hated. Like the Reds were hated, the Braves were clearly hated since we grew up as Pirates fans. Even some of the Pirates we hated, like Rafael Belliard. Basically, the backups on the Pirates, we didn't like them either. Bob Kipper, Bob Walk, he was a fifth starter. We didn't like him. The next box. That's too bad that we don't have video footage from when we were kids of opening cards. Like, my parents have all this video footage of us from when we were younger, and it's kind of like in a like a nuclear proof safe vault that'll probably never see the light of day. I don't know, like I don't even think they will let me watch it because they're, I don't know, I guess afraid that I'll like somehow bootleg it and sneak it out. And I guess they don't want it being seen, but all this video footage, but I don't think there's any cards being opened up. Like, we had, like, I feel like such a large percentage of our childhood revolved around baseball cards. But I don't think there's any footage of us opening cards on camera, or I don't know, like buying a box of cards. That'd be so cool if my dad would have followed us into a card store with the big old camcorder. My brother says they won't let me have any of it. Yeah, it is top secret. It'll probably go into a safety deposit box and will never ever see the light of day. There's an LED La Cruz right there. Yeah, these spring parallels, they're all over the place. There's a Rabbits right there, which is somewhat rare. The ones that are the most rare will be numbered on the back. So, the mix says, did your dad have that factory set of 1990 Donruss that he invested in? Yeah, he actually said that this will help pay for our college someday, and he was serious, because I think he thought that, okay, in 20 years, this set will be worth about the same amount as like a 1970 top set, which would be 20 years before. 1970 top set may be worth, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000. I don't think he ever imagined that set would literally go down to $3, and I think he paid like $50 for it. And he was super, super proud of it. But I guess nobody saw what was going on with the overprinting. That's what happens. Junk wax era. Kind of seeing that now a little bit with all the slabs. Junk slab era. Like, you can get decent slabs for like under $10. My brother says you can buy those factory sealed for like $3 a piece now. There's Thyroid Straw out of $7.99. I know, you really can. Junk wax just doesn't have much demand, I guess, and that's why it's so cheap. Let's see. That's 4 boxes down there. There's still 16 boxes left to go on this Tuesday night. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be a double upload, double live stream day tomorrow. We'll be live here on YouTube first with Signature Series. We'll be doing the breaks there. And then we'll go over to Whatnot after that. Typically, I do Whatnot for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Just auctioning off whatever I find around here. Some boxes, some box wars. Stuff like that. By the way, my contract with Whatnot is only good for 2 more weeks. I signed up. I said I'll do Whatnot for 6 weeks, and then we'll see. So we got Whatnot this week and Whatnot next week, and then we'll see if they want me to continue on with them or not. I don't know. I guess it all depends on how much, I don't know, how much money I'm making them from all the fees that they take or what. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But we'll see. So at least 2 more weeks. And then if they want to re-up, that'll be good. If not, then we'll just do like we always do. I told you I'd never stop doing the YouTube live streams and the auctions here. There's Brendan Donovan. And we've got Ronald Acuna Jr. I don't think he's come back yet. He got injured early in spring training with a kind of a sore knee. And they're being very careful with him. I don't think he's made his way back. There was one guy. It was the saddest table, and I'm sorry if you're watching. He had the saddest table. I almost thought, did this guy just come in here and not even pay for this table? He had a table with maybe 15 cards on it, and that was it. He was just sitting there at this big table at the Arizona State Card Show with probably 15 to 20 cards in top loaders. No prices on anything, just sitting there. And I was thinking, all right, this is just some guy that's just kind of hijacking a table and just putting his cards out there. He had a Ronald Acuna Jr. Topps Holiday rookie card. I was like, how much for that Acuna Holiday? And he said, $15. I was like, I'll do 10 for it. Thinking, all right, this guy probably hasn't made a sell all day. And usually when something's dead, when the card show is dead like that, that's when you should be able to get decent deals. He's like, I can't take anything off. It's got to be 15. And so I was like, well, he is hurt, so I can't do any more than 10. I'm sorry, and then I just walked away. But I was just thinking, I wonder if he just hijacked that table. Like, how? That wouldn't be hard to do. Steve says the audio is cutting in and out. All right, let me restart the microphone. Basically, just close the YouTube app and open it right back up. Does that fix it, Ross? Looks like there's some gremlins in the system tonight over here. I don't know what the problem is. Anytime the audio starts acting up, just let me know. Looks like Lakers_Fab just started following us on Whatnot. Thanks very much. He says, you may have wanted to get in early, see it a lot at the swaps and toy shows, buy a table with nothing just to get in early and poach deals. Still happening. All right, we'll start it again. Aviation says it's fine for him. That would be weird if it's regional. I don't know. Maybe Aviation just came in. So if you're choppy, maybe just hit refresh. Ross, hit refresh and let me know if that fixes it for you. There's Cutter Crawford. Brian, yeah, I don't even know if he was supposed to be there, though. Mott Collins says just refresh it and that'll fix it for you. Steve says it's us New Yorkers. Yeah, New York, April trip, New York City. Here we come. And it's mostly to go see a baseball game and go see Hamilton, but we'll try to get some baseball card content out of it as well. Here's a Spring Flowers, number to 50. So that is a rare Spring Flowers. Danny Jansen to the Toronto Blue Jays, not too bad. So I haven't found an autograph. Remember, we're going to give away, or we're going to add an extra box if we don't find an autograph. And that's a good one. I actually bought this card at the card show in Arizona this weekend. I paid $20 for it. At least it was $20. I think maybe a couple dollars were knocked off because Boss Man, I don't think he's in here tonight, but Boss Man Cards. I actually met him there, which was crazy. He's like, hey, Jabs family, Chris Boss Man Cards. I was like, nice to meet you. I was like, wait a minute. Are you the Boss Man? And he was like, yep, that's me. Buys into a lot of the breaks, especially our Saturday Showdowns. There's Christopher Morel. Ronald Acuna. Looking forward to Saturday Showdown coming up this weekend with Signature Series and also Bowman Inceptions coming out on Friday. I think I've got 4 cases of Inception and 12 cases of Signature Series. And then we've got a bunch of Big League. I think I maybe went a little nuts on Big League. I almost spent $60,000 on Big League cases. I just wanted to have cases that I can have for like a decade to keep opening up. So maxed out the credit card on Big League. Watch those boxes drop to like $20 a box. Wouldn't that be awful? That would be just my luck. I hope that doesn't happen. The Mix says Saturday Box Wars is a Patreon exclusive, by the way. If you'd like to become a Patreon member, you can only see that one if you're a Patreon member. Q says, but you're in it. The thing I figured with Big League is it's Yamamoto's first Dodgers card and Dodgers autograph. How's he doing this spring, by the way? Yoshinobu Yamamoto, spring stats. I know he had a bad start against the White Sox last week. He got gave like 5 runs. Let's see how he's doing. I guess is he pitching tomorrow? I think it's Glasnow's pitching. Man, he wasn't actually not that great. 8.38 ERA in the spring. Yikes. Strikeout numbers were good. 14 Ks in 9 2/3. But yeah, not that good overall. So we'll see. I mean, it's just spring training. I guess against the White Sox, White Sox don't probably watch that game. Of the 5 runs he gave up, it was a lot of just, I guess, lucky hits, some soft contact, balls falling in. I mean, the guy had a 112, 127 earned run average in Japan last year. And I think the last 3 years, his ERA was always under 2. Bowman Inception is coming out on Friday. We'll do it definitely next Tuesday. I'll have a preview video. I'll open a bunch of boxes up in a preview video for you, and then we'll get those in the Team Break Tuesday next Tuesday. And you know what? It's kind of nice that I'm going to be off for spring break / Easter break. I call it Easter break. Some people call it spring break. And Big League comes out at the start of my Easter break. So I have like 5 days off. We can just sit around and open Big League until we give away that $1,000 for days, which would be pretty cool. Brian says, Top should have sent you some numbered cards to auto. Maybe they'll do that in the future for future Big League influencer cards, but they didn't do that last year, and they didn't do that this year either. I guess they just figured that's one more thing they got to worry about. Steve says, that's awesome, though. You and your kiddos should each open your own Big League box every Christmas. That's not a bad idea. Do a opening every year. When would I do it, though? Should I do it on Christmas? Big League box opening on Christmas? Should I do it on my birthday? Should I do it every March 27th? Lester says, fun video out in Arizona. Yeah, it was nice out there. So we did 3 videos from out in Arizona. The first one was a card show video. I uploaded that on Sunday. The plan was to come back Monday and just do Mystery Box Monday, but we got so delayed that I was like, Sophia, I don't have a video. What am I going to do? I've uploaded every day since 2019, and I don't have anything to upload. She's like, I bought a box at the card show. Why don't you just open that in the airport and just, tell everybody that you're stranded here? And so we did, and it ended up being pretty cool. I was able to put some spring training footage in there as well, which was, a nice little extra behind the scenes. Then we did a whole Grand Canyon trip as well, and we did that one for the members only. It's members only Grand Canyon. Also went to a museum. LED La Cruz. We're looking for something to do in the morning. I originally wanted to go to the desert botanical gardens or something like that in Phoenix, but all the tickets were sold out. So I was bummed out. I was hoping to get some good pictures there. So it's like, all right, let's find something else to do. And I guess Travel Advisor or whatever recommended this instrument museum. And so we went there. It was different. Jack says, y'all coming up for the eclipse? Is it the eclipse? Can't you see that here in Pennsylvania too? I think that's... my daughter was telling me about that. There's going to be eclipse like in April 10th or something like that. Ross says, make sure you add AS Sports to your places to go. They got great wax prices and memorabilia section downstairs. I don't know if I've been there or not. I'll have to see. AS Sports. Just keep reminding me, Ross. The trip is still weeks away, not until sometime in April. But yeah, I've got to buy the Hamilton tickets soon before they get all sold out. Sophia actually has really bad eyesight, so she can't see very well without her glasses, and she doesn't like to wear glasses all the time, so I want to get her close enough so she doesn't even have to wear glasses. And I was looking, and there's some decent tickets available if you buy far enough in advance. She wants to go see Hamilton. Here's the next box up. It's in West Bury. Ross, maybe if you get bored, you can send me an email with all the best card shops within like an hour of New York. Maybe I'll go to a couple of them. I feel like last time I just went to the ones right in New York City. Jack, is Cleveland the best place to see the eclipse? I know. I think when my daughter told me the time, I will be driving home from work at the time when it's going to hit here. I think it's like 3:10 or something like that, 3:15. I'll probably just get off on the side of the road, get out, and I don't think you're supposed to stare at it, but I'll try to kind of like look, maybe side-eyed a little bit, maybe record it through my phone. Well, I guess I could probably look at it on my phone, right? I could probably like record it, have the phone in front of my face, and look at it on my phone. And the phone will be blocking those harmful ultraviolet rays, I think. I don't know. I remember when I was in like 6th grade in middle school, there was an eclipse, and they took us all out to the courtyard and just had us like stare at it. Like, I don't remember having any special protective glasses or anything. Like, we just went outside. And I remember looking at it without anything. Brian says, wonder if that creepy card shop in that guy's house is still open. I don't think I ever made that video for you guys, did I? That was the weirdest card shop ever. It was literally some crazy guy it was in his house. Did I ever make that video? I don't think I did. I think I like lost the footage. That one would have got a lot of views if I would have put that one up. The guy was so demanding and weird, and he didn't know anything about cards. I was like, do you have any Ohtani rookies? He's pulling out like 2021 Ohtani cards. Here you go. It's like, these aren't even rookies. I was like, I was told they were. He was like, there's like badly damaged like late 60s Mantle cards he had. Like, we're talking like, these would be PSA 1s. They're probably worth like $75 to $100. And he was like, looking up in Beckett's like, oh, that one's $1,000. I was just trying to get out of there. It was I mean, I remember when I first went in there, I went in by myself. It said open or whatever, and it was his garage, and it looked like a flea market. And then I heard him like screaming at his wife, like just tearing her apart. Like, he was like, I think he called her like the B word. I was like walking into a domestic dispute, so I actually left. And then I was like, I'm not going in there. And then I was eventually coaxed to going back in just for the content. And I went back in, and it was like some like maybe 70-year-old guy. It was so strange. I'll have to go back and see if I can ever find that footage. I think it's probably on my old phone or something like that. It was someplace, I don't even remember where it was at. Maybe someplace on the way back from New York, somewhere on the other side of Pennsylvania. I feel like it may have been in a town that started with an M. I can't really remember. That was a long time. That was 2 years ago. Saw Frelick and Corbin Carroll in there as well. 2020 Ohtani Rookie Cup. Yeah, I think his Rookie Cup was actually 2019, but these were like 2021 Topps cards. It was... The guy clearly didn't know anything about baseball cards. I think I did end up buying something from him. I think I bought like an Acuna rookie. He didn't even know who he was. I think he gave it to me for like a few bucks. I think I got a Tatis rookie too, which at the time I thought was a good deal. I think I got it for 10, which now you can get that card for probably 5 or less. Tatis cards never really regained their value. It may have been 2020. Yeah, the guy was crazy. Then he was trying to force granola bars on everybody. And he was getting really offended when nobody wanted his granola bars. Chris says, what I am looking for. Soto and Acuna Topps traded rookie cards. You mean Topps Update? Those are good ones. 2018 Topps Update. That is a great set. You'll be able to find them. You can usually find PSA 10s of those for usually $50 to $75, which is a great price. And raw, you could probably find it for, I don't know, $20 to $25. Might be a good time to buy Acuna if he starts the season on the injured list. The mix says, yeah, Tatis, PSA 10 rookie cards from 2019. They have not rebounded. Those cards will probably never rebound. I can't believe I spent so much money. It's such a waste on Tatis. There's Matt Manning, number 2, $7.99. If you bought any slabs at the height of the pandemic, you probably are not going to see those regain their value to what you paid for them. Who knows? Maybe ever. I got it on the Tatis. I know my brother paid like $400 for a Soto PSA 10. And I'm sure a lot of us got ripped off as well here or there. All right, Mr. Baseball, thank you very much for checking in. I'm just curious because I still have like a dozen of these cards. I got to go to eBay. 2019 Tatis PSA 10. What's the card number? 410. Okay, let's see what this goes for. Sold. Is it over $20? Here's one. 27. 21. 30 best offer. 24. 25. It's about a $25 card now. I guess that's not as bad as it used to be. I feel like that card was down in the upper teens. Maybe like 6 months ago. But that card will probably never even get back to $100. Just too many of it has been graded. Tatis lost a lot of his collectability with his motorcycle accident and also his PED suspension. Hasn't quite been the same player offensively since he came back, but man, his defense is really another level that kind of goes overlooked. Tatis, Platinum Glove, best overall fielder at his position. Last year, there's Dalton Varsho numbered to 199, making the catch up against the wall. Still haven't found an autograph yet. By the way, if we don't find it, we're giving an extra box to everybody in this break. Oscar Colas, gold card right there for the White Sox. Ellie De La Cruz. We've got Max Muncy. All right, Russ, sounds good. Card stores in New York. I just got a notification. Looking forward to maybe doing some... I haven't done any card store videos in a while. So that'll be fun to do. A couple new ones. 8 days till baseball, says Jeffrey. Actually, it's more like 8 hours till baseball. The season starts very soon. Did you know that it starts at 6 a.m. Eastern time? Yeah, the Dodgers and the Padres are getting started in Korea, and those games count. So we're very close to the start of the MLB season. Very, very close. I'm actually going to be tuning in, listening to the first game on my way into work, which I wake up at like 5:30, try to leave here by 6, have an hour drive. Sometimes it seems like more than that, but the mix says, I saw your Arizona video that Picky used. Were you wearing a Jabs Family shirt? I was. That was a Jabs Family merch. That's a one of one. That's the only one that I have. That was a gift from somebody. And I think that's one of maybe 2 Jabs Family shirts I have. Eventually, it'd be cool just to get this, maybe put on a shirt. That'd be easy, right? Shy City is opening a shop with Hitman. I don't know who Hitman is. I do know that Shy City used to come into our live streams all the time. Back in like 2019. He'd come in here and super chat and ask people to go over to his channel. We used to help his channel grow a little bit. But then he just kind of disappeared. And doing his own thing over there now. There's Ronald Acuna Jr. Who gave Sophia the ball? I think it was a bullpen catcher from the Guardians. I don't know his name. I think it was a minor league bullpen catcher. Henry Davis right there. She was so shy for. She's like, I'm scared. I'm like, just do it. They get asked all the time. The worst thing they can do is just ignore you. They're not going to even say no. If they're not going to throw you the ball, they're just not even going to look over here. She's like, all right. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll do it. So eventually she worked up the courage. And I was like, you just got to wait. I was like, I'll tell you when to ask. Because, you can like watch them. You kind of know when they're winding down. And the players also give each other little signals. Like when they're ready to go. Sometimes they'll hold up like 2 or 3, like 3 throws left, 2 throws left. Maybe they'll do like a cutthroat for they're done. Then they slowly start walking in and just lob it back and forth. At that time, they're done. Now's the time to ask for a ball. So she asked, and I think she didn't get and no one looked over at first, but after a few seconds, the bullpen catcher looked over and gave a little, like, waved the ball around, like, here you go. That was pretty cool. And I was able to get on a video for it too. So yeah, she got that one up on her vanity upstairs. It's a special one for her. She's got her Canseco autograph up there. She's got like all these beauty products here. I'm thinking, I wonder if eventually she's gonna have more baseball stuff on this vanity than beauty products, like her makeup and stuff. Who knows? Got Ronnie Mauricio, Ryan Presley, Will Brennan gold card for the Guardians. Ethan says, we were in Arizona for spring training last week and left Friday night. I should have went to the show, but I didn't know it was going on until I was at the airport. Yeah, 450 tables. I guess it maybe wasn't advertised that well. Yeah, she caught it. No problem. She's actually never played baseball in her life. So she wants to play. Like, she wants to go out and throw and hit and all that stuff, which will be interesting to see. Like, she's pretty athletic, by the way, so we'll see if she can handle it or not. Once the ground dries out here, it's still pretty wet in Pennsylvania. We'll go out and see. White Sox Tom says, is spring training better in Arizona or Florida? Well, if you've been to both, I think you will agree with me. Arizona's way better. Way better. Because the weather's a little bit better. You don't have rain as much. You don't have all that much rain in Florida during March, but every now and then you get some. And the nice thing about Arizona, everything is just so close. The thing about Florida is everything is all spread out. It's all across the state. Like over on the Atlantic side, you have like Houston and the Mets. And who else is over there? Like St. Louis. Is Atlanta over there? No, Atlanta's in like the middle. Then you got teams in the middle of the state, like around Orlando, like Atlanta, and I think Detroit's in like Lakeland and stuff like that. And then on the other side, on the Gulf Coast side, you've got like the Orioles, you've got the Twins and the Red Sox and the Pirates, and they're not close to each other. So the Pirates end up just playing, like the Pirates just pretty much exclusively play the teams along the Gulf Coast, like the Orioles, the Twins, the Red Sox, over and over and over again, the Yankees in Tampa. But they never go to the other coast of Florida to play like the Astros and the Mets or the Cardinals or any of those teams. I think the Nationals over there. So if you're going to go to spring training, you're not going to be able to go and see a whole bunch of different places. I mean, if you like the Yankees, you can go to Tampa. You'll be able to see them just fine in a couple different destinations. But it's just so nice to be so close to everything. Literally, all of the teams are within an hour of driving distance. Like, you can go to, like, I think the Reds and Guardians might be farthest west, and then maybe the Cubs are the farthest east. And I think it's like an hour or less between those two places. There's Clark Schmidt out of 999. A lot of nice complexes out there. A lot of them share complexes too. It's nice out there, out in the desert. I wish I could have gone for longer. Maybe whenever I retire from teaching, I'll probably go out there for a whole week every single year. Rather than just trying to squeeze it all into little weekend trip. Nothing else in that one. They're all spring training stadiums exclusively built for the clubs. They're not like college stadiums. I mean, they're the size of college stadiums. Missy's asking, is there any breaks open? I mean, there's breaks open, but there's nothing that's close to going right now. The closest one to going is maybe the Tops Mixer, but I think that has like 20 spots left. Hey, the Tozinator's back. What's up, man? Ross, Sounds the Alarm. Tozzy is back. It's kind of like, did you ever watch WWF back in the day? Like, you get one of the big stars, just disappears. Like, Stone Cold Steve Austin's just gone for like 2 or 3 months. Then all of a sudden, you hear that glass break and he comes back. Tozzy's back. Welcome back, man. Missy, by the way, I think your payment is still pending for that box, by the way. The Signature Series box. Just so you know, that one hasn't come through yet. But we've got some more payments coming in here. Ball card Rippin got his payments in for a whole bunch of spots. He's got B2, he's got BB9, which is Bowman's best 9. So ball card Rippin there. Let me get all these added in here. So was that 3 teams for ball card Rippin in this round? You got mix 2, grab a spot there. He's got mix 3. He's got mix 5, mix 6. We've got a bunch of mixture spots. Colby Johnson sent in for B2, but it's too late. So, Colby, let me know if I should refund that money or put you elsewhere. I can, let me know what to do. Colby Johnson, credit or refund. I'll make a little note there. And then Signature Series, a spot in the preview video to William Buffington. We've got 25 boxes in the preview video sold and plenty more that we can do. I'll break up to 100 boxes. Missy's payment came over. You arguably got the best card in that. I don't know if you saw it yet. You got the best, maybe arguably the best card in that video. Tozzy says, I sold my entire collection. Wow. That's got to be quite a collection. Taking a little break, and then maybe, are you restarting slowly from scratch? I could see doing something like that. I would like to do that with all the stuff in my garage. Just sell all of that, move all that stuff out, clear some space. We've got Bryson Stott numbered to $9.99. Tony says, I could not turn down the offer. Sounds, hey, that's pretty good. An offer you couldn't refuse. I'm sure most people, if somebody came along and offered them multiple figures for their collection, that they'd probably do it. There's Jordan Alvarez. You can always replace the card you really, really liked. Like your top favorite card. You can always reacquire those. There's JT Real Muto. Maybe you can even get some of them for cheaper than you sold them for, which would be ideal. Christian Encarnacion Strand right there. Riley Green. Still haven't found an autograph. Looks like we're going to be tossing an extra box into this round if we don't hit one here. That was my promise. I'll stick to that. We have 4 boxes left to do it. We'll get them here, and if we don't hit it, we'll throw in an extra box. Here's our next one up. Again, we'll be back live tomorrow night with a double live feature. We'll have Signature Series, the team breaks for Signature Series, random team breaks. Maybe also odds and pick your team breaks as well. And then we'll have Whatnot Wednesday for you as well. Will we get an auto? Says the Mix. Poll time. If you want a poll, Mix, I'll do a poll real quick. What do you think the odds are of finding auto from these boxes? Let me see. I think I accidentally closed out my YouTube stream. I'll have to reopen it up here. I'll put a poll up real quick. Still have over 200 people watching here around midnight. I have to watch an eBay ad before it'll let me in. Let's see here. These boxes are all from the same case, Ross. Yep, so there's, I mean, eventually, maybe. All right, start a poll. Will we find an auto this round? There's only 4 boxes left. Yes or no? Here's your poll. It's coming up. It should pop up in the live chat any second now. Oh, I thought that Soderstrom might have been it. My vote, 71% are saying no. There's not going to be an auto. I think the people that are voting yes might be the people in this break that are optimists and hope that there's going to be one here. Brad Keller's numbered to 76. That's a nice Independence Day parallel, but it is not an autograph. 74% say no. I think I'm there with you guys. If I had to bet on it, I'd say probably not. We found one hanger box in 32 that had an autograph, and it had 2 autos in it, weirdly enough. I have not opened any 2023 Leaf history. I kind of avoid Leaf products altogether. I don't think I did any this year. They're usually not all that popular. But maybe I should check it out. Here we go with this next one. Ball card references. The Independence Day parallels look pretty good. Usually those are some of my favorite ones, especially the 2018. Antonio says, I'm saying no to the auto, and I'm actually in this break. All right, 3 boxes left. We might be adding in a bonus box. Ball card ripping says, I also say no. White Sox Tom says, the Leaf game use is pretty good, but it's multi-sport. Which is not one of my favorites. Here we go with this next one. A watering can would be good. Those are numbered to 5. Here we go with this next one. There's the Rabbits. It's not numbered. There's the back. Garrett Cole. I guess we'll toss that in the sleeve. I think it's like 1 in every 21 or 56, something like that. Steven says, second to last box, guys. Autographs coming. Gregory Santos right there. Jason Dominguez. Spring parallel. Rafael Devers. I feel like if it's going to be an auto, it's probably going to be an 89 Topps design. There's David Bednar, silver foil. Mike Trout, spring foil. Kind of running out of time here to find that autograph. 72% now say no. So actually, a couple people switched their votes, I guess, or got some optimists in here. I think we'll find one in these last 2 boxes. We got a relic. Pete Alonso relic was the only hit so far. Keith says Leaf has about 3,000 one-of-ones. That's a lot of one-of-ones. Steve says the auto's 1 in 269 to find an autograph. So if there's, 7 packs per box? 269 divided by 7 is 38. 1 in 38. So that's maybe about 1 box, or 1 box per case will have an auto in it. Ball card ripping pulled a Luis Robert Black parallel autograph out of a Fanatics blaster. Very nice. That's good stuff. Oh, we're down to the next last box. I was hoping to stop off at a card store, Triple Play Vintage in Cleveland yesterday, by the way, but my plan getting delayed screwed that all up. Ross says, do you still have Chrome Black boxes? I've got like 3 or 4 left on the shelf. No rush to do anything with those. I don't know, maybe I'll just save them until next year. And maybe open them in a face-off Friday and put them up against 2024 Chrome Black. Hopefully they really improve 2024 Chrome Black, because 2023 was awful. It was so bad. We opened like a whole case and not one single box had a positive return. Like the best card was a Trevor Hoffman worth like $40, and every box was like $150. It was such a bloodbath. There's Adley Rushman, not Riley Green. Jacob deGrom. And still no autograph. Comes down to the last box. We'll toss in a bonus box if we don't hit an autograph here. Should be more cards for everybody. This is the 20th box of this break. Mixes, I keep voting for Chrome Black and Box Wars, but it keeps losing. Yeah, I think I have 3 boxes left. I might have another case laying around somewhere, which would be really frustrating if I just found another case. I was like, I have another case of this to get rid of. I bought 10 cases of it. I thought I got rid of all of it. What is that? I think I might, oh no. I think I might see a case up there. Something says 12/1, which means there's 12 boxes with 1 pack per. That might be a Chrome Black case. No. Do I really have one more case of that left? I thought I got rid of all of it, except for a couple boxes. I usually like to keep a few boxes left over that I can open like a year or 2 down the road. I think there's another Chrome Black case up there, guys. Ballcar says, I don't even know my teams. Let me tell you real quick. We randomized it. You had 3 spots, right? You had Blaster. I think I have you in there as Sean Bearwald instead of Ball Card Rippin'. You had Toronto. You had Yankees. Hey, that's a good one. You got Dominguez. There's at least one Dominguez parallel. And you have Oakland. So you'll have that Canseco coming in your team bag. Logan Webb, Ronnie Mauricio. Mauricio would have been a good rookie, maybe even a top 5 rookie, but tore his knee apart in the Winter League. He's out for the year. Ross says you can get an $8 hanger box from like 2021 and it'll have more value than a Chrome Black box. Yeah, imagine doing Chrome Black for March Madness. That would be bad. How much value would we get back from that? Well, looks like we're going to get a little more value added to the break here because there's no autograph in any of those 20 boxes. So I'm going to add a bonus box right now. Here's a 21st box. Let's see if I pick the winner. Here it is. This is currently the last box of the night. The other rounds will wrap things up tomorrow, especially with Signature Series. I don't know, maybe a mixer break picks up some steam between now and then. But definitely Signature Series tomorrow. Watch it show up here, says Steven. That would be nice. The mix says Eric picked the blaster on the right. I hope I picked a good one. Maybe there's just, I don't know, there's still 19 boxes left in the case. One of them should have an autograph in it. There's 1 in 38 boxes. Did I pick a good one here? Curtis Mead. Nice little egg parallel. Man, Easter's coming up soon. We always do an epic egg hunt with the kids. I got to get that going. Hide like a couple hundred eggs out in the yard. Put some golden eggs out there with Amazon gift certificates in them. All right, Missy, no problem. Thanks for taking care of that. And congrats on getting, like I said, arguably the best card of the video. Kyle Tucker out of 11. Probably worth more than Lee Smith. Maybe even worth more than the Carlton Fisk and Gary Sheffield. Oh, boy, I don't think we're going to get an autograph here. We've got about a pack left. Evan Carter's in there. There's the newest giant, Blake Snell. But unfortunately, 21 blaster boxes yield 0 autographs, 1 relic, and several numbered cards. Not too many numbered cards. Here's the numbered cards. Not many. Some Ellie De La Cruz. There's a case hit there with the home field advantage. Looks like I chose poorly there, unfortunately, on that last one. They can't all be winners. But that's all we have for you tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow, though. We'll be live again tomorrow. We'll have Signature Series for you. My case guy said those will be in tomorrow. I'll have a preview video of at least 25 boxes, maybe even more. Maybe more people will grab spots in the preview video. We might have 50 to 100 boxes. Who knows? I'm looking forward to Signature Series tomorrow. I hope you can tune in for that. I'll try to get that one uploaded before we go live. Probably go live maybe I don't know. Whatnot Wednesday is usually at like 9 o'clock, so we'll try to go live maybe around 8 or so with the team breaks of Signature Series, which should take no longer than an hour because there's only one card per box. But it should be fun. I always love opening those. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.